Hi friends, welcome back to Math with Miss Inez, and we are already on lesson 4. How about that? Let's see what our learning target is today. This is what we're going to be able to do by the end of class. I can count on from 5 to make 6 and 7 and use number sentences to show how I counted on. So I'm already noticing some nice big, bold, and underlined words here, like count on and number sentences, and we're going to need to know what those mean for us to be able to meet our learning target. So let's unpack some of those words. First, we have count on. You were talking about this with Miss Flor last time, right? We talked about counting on in our Spanish class. That's when you start at a number and then you count on from that number. So for example, here I have 9 and I'm counting on from 9. So I've circled 9 and I'm going to count on 10, 11, 12. So here I just counted on 3 times, right? I counted on 3 more and I got to 12. But you could keep counting on, right? Because numbers go on and on and on. So counting on is something that could continue, or it could be something that you stop. Like right here, I stopped at 12. And then up here, we have number sentence. So a number sentence is when you put your numbers together in a math sentence. And I'm going to tell you what that means. So that means you use your numbers. You use the digit form of your numbers, right? Here I have the numbers 1 and 2. I have the digits 1 and 2, making 12. And I'm going to put it in a math sentence using my math symbols that I know. Like I know that the plus sign stands for addition, right? It stands for putting numbers together. So I've put the plus sign. So I have 12 plus my number 8 equals, and that's a sign that I know is going to be a signal to me, ooh, my answer is going to come after this sign, right? When you have an equal sign, you know that when you put these two numbers together, you could even think of them as two parts. You're going to get the whole over here, right? You're going to get the total over here. So these two numbers together are going to be equal to, they're going to be the same as the answer that we're putting over here. I don't have my answers here for you right now because we're going to work with different number sentences, but these are our examples. And I want to remind us, friends, that even though all of these number sentences are addition number sentences, right? They're plus number sentences. We could also make subtraction number sentences, right? We could have a minus sign here. That would also be a type of number sentence. So a number sentence is when we put our numbers together in a math sentence using our symbols, right? Using our math symbols like plus sign, like the minus sign, and like the equal sign to make a number sentence make sense. All right, let's keep going and find out what we're going to need to be able to do all of this today. Today in class, you're going to need your whiteboard. I have mine right here. And you're also going to need a whiteboard marker. I have a purple one today. You could choose any color that you have at home. And what we're going to start with is we're going to take our materials, make sure they're ready. We're going to put them to the side, put mine to the side, and we're going to get started with our fluency game just like always. So here we're going to start counting on by ones. We're going to be counting up and we're going to be counting down. So I have a number line right here to help us, and we're going to start at 10 and we're going to count together. You can count with me, count with Miss Inez, and we're going to go all the way to 20, and then we're going to count back. And we're going to start the regular way, okay? So let's do that right now. I'm going to start at 10 right here, and I'm going to go 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now let's start counting back. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 12, 10. oh my goodness, Miss Inez made a mistake, and guess what? That's okay, that happens when we're counting back sometimes. Let's start from the last number that we did the right way. 12, 11, 10. Awesome. So remember, friends, whenever you make a mistake, like Miss Inez just made a mistake, she wasn't thinking, she was counting backwards and got a little confused. That's always okay. What you can do is take a quick pause like we just did all together, and then we can go back to the last thing that we were doing, and we knew we were doing it the right way, and we started again from there. You can always do that when you make a mistake. So we got all the way to the number 10. Awesome. You can shake your fingers, me too, if you got all the way back to the number 10. That was the normal way, right? That was the regular way. We always say our numbers in English. Now let's count the say 10 way. This might be new to you, but I think you'll pick it up pretty quick. So we have 10, and if you see here, we have 11, but 11 is really like 10 and 1, right? And here we have 12, but 12 is really like 10 and 2. And I think you might be noticing a pattern already. So when we say words the say 10 way, or numbers I should say, when we say numbers the say 10 way, we put the 10 first, and then we tell our ones. So 11 would be 10 and 1. 12 would be 10 and 2. Let's keep going like that from 10, and you can count with me. All right, let's start at 10. So we have 10, 10 and 1, 10 and 2, 10 and 3, 10 and 4, 10 and 5, 10 and 6, 10 and 7, 10 and 8, 10 and 9, and we have 2 10s here, right? We have 20. Let's start counting back and see if we can do it without getting confused this time. All right, I have 10 and 9, 10 and 8, 10 and 7, 10 and 6, 10 and 5, 10 and 4, 10 and 3, 10 and 2, 10 and 1, and we got to 10. Awesome. Nice counting with me, friends. Let's move on to our application problem. So make sure you have your whiteboard and your whiteboard marker all ready. So here we have part 1 of our application problem, and we actually have 3 different parts of it today. So let's get started, and I will read it to you. Our class had 4 pumpkins. On Monday, Catherine bought 1 more pumpkin. How many pumpkins did our class have on Monday? Let's see if we can sketch this problem with pictures. I already put some pumpkins on the slide so you can use them to help you with your picture. And I'll show you what my picture looks like right now. All right, so I have my whiteboard right here, and I'm gonna make my pumpkins are gonna be circles with these little sticks for the stems. So I have the 4 pumpkins, and then I'm gonna have this other one that our friend Catherine bought. So we had 4 pumpkins, then Catherine bought 1 more. So altogether I see a group of 4, and I'm gonna count on 1 more. I have 4, 5. So I'm seeing 5 pumpkins all together. So that's how I found my answer for part 1. I didn't make a number sentence yet. I haven't even made a number bond yet. I just found my whole. What I could do, and what maybe you did, is if my whole is 5, I could also make a quick number bond to show the parts I used. So I used 4 and 1 to make my 5, right? Because we had 4 pumpkins. Then Catherine, thanks Catherine, brought us 1 more. So now we have 4 and 1. When you put them together, that makes 5. Let's see what happens in part 2. Here's part 2 of our application problem. So remember, friends, with Catherine's pumpkin that she brought us, we had 5 pumpkins. I see those here. But on Tuesday, Eudi bought 1 more pumpkin. Thanks, Eudi. How many pumpkins did our class have on Tuesday? So here you can see that I've showed you 5 pumpkins. That's our pumpkins from Monday, and there's 1 more. So let's see if I can show this on my whiteboard. So since our application problem is in 3 parts today and they're all connected, I've left my whiteboard the way it is because I know that I can just keep going with what I've already done. So I already have our Monday pumpkins here, and what I'm going to do, I know my numbers are going to change, So I'm going to keep my number bond, but just erase the numbers inside. And I'm going to draw the pumpkin that Eoði brought us. Ooh, so I put the pumpkin down here. So I'm seeing two parts. I'm seeing 4 and 2. So I'll put those in my number bond now. And I see that 4 and 2 all together, I have 4, 5, 6, make 6. So that's what my number bond looks like. And those are the two parts I found to make 6, 4 and 2. You might have found something else. Let's take a look at our problem one more time. Maybe you were looking at the pumpkins the way we have them here, and you were thinking about the total for Monday after Catherine brought us the pumpkin, right? That would be 5 and 1. So maybe you made 6 by using 5 and 1. Miss Inez made 6 by using 4 and 2. But those are both ways that you could think of this problem, right? So let's keep going and add on one last part. Then on Wednesday, Oscar bought one more pumpkin. Thanks, Oscar. How many pumpkins did our class have on Wednesday? Draw a picture and write a number sentence to show your thinking. What do you notice about what happened each day? Let me use what I'm working on and show you how I'm going to make two parts. So here's my same work from earlier. I have my 4 from Monday. Then this is Catherine's pumpkin. Let me put a K inside it because that's Catherine's pumpkin. This is Eody's pumpkin that he brought us. I'll put an E inside it. And now let's make space for, it might be a little smaller and that's okay, Oscar's pumpkin. Thanks, Oscar. So now I have my 4 pumpkins from Monday. Then I have Catherine's pumpkin, Eody's pumpkin, and Oscar's pumpkin. So I'm going to have to change my number bond because my total has changed. Here I still have my group of 4. That was our original group. And now I see that this group, this part has gone up by 1. So instead of 2, I now see 3 pumpkins. So my parts have become 4 and 3. And together we have 4, 5, 6, 7. So I see 7 pumpkins all together. And my parts are 4 and 3. Because the way Miss Inez has been adding on to the problem with her picture is she's been keeping the pumpkins that friends have been bringing us as one group. And I'm noticing about this group, it started with just Catherine's pumpkin on Monday, right? But I keep on adding one more. Eody, I added one more when Eody brought a pumpkin. And then today I added one more when Oscar brought us a pumpkin. So I'm noticing that we're adding on one more each time. Let's see if maybe you thought of this a different way. So here you can see that we have 6 pumpkins on this side. We have a group of 6. That's how many pumpkins that we had after Eody brought us our pumpkin on Tuesday. And then we have this one more up here, I'll move it up, from Oscar. So maybe your number bond still says 7 at the top, but maybe you made 6 and 1 here. I did 4 and 3. Maybe you have a number bond of 7 that makes 6 and 1. Let's see if we can finish by drawing a number sentence to show our thinking. So I'm going to let you press pause and create your number sentence, and then I'll show you my number sentence. So here Miss Inez has her number sentence all ready to show you. What number sentence did you do? My number sentence looks like this. I have my pumpkins, I have Catherine's, Eody's, and Oscar's. And remember, my number bond looked like this because I've been adding one more to this part down here every time. So I have 4 and 3, and together that makes 7. And so my number sentence, I'm going to circle in green so you can see it. 4 plus 3 equals 7. That's how I showed this problem with a number sentence. How did you show this problem with a number sentence? So let's keep going with this idea. What would be a good strategy to see how many fruits that we have here all together? How could you group these fruits? So we just did some pumpkin problems, and now I want you to use your looking eyes to look at these fruits. And I'll give you a moment to think. You could even press pause. How would you group the fruits? You can press pause now to think about that. One way that Miss Inez thought about it is she noticed different types of fruits. I see some bananas and I see some mangoes. And I actually see 1, 2, 3 bananas, and I see 1, 2, 3, 4 mangoes. So altogether, I have that same number bond I was just doing, 4 and 3, but I have different things that I'm counting, right? Bananas and mangoes. But I still have 7 altogether, right? I have 4 and 3. So let's write that in a number sentence. 4 and 3. And let's do it on the computer this time since we just wrote it out. You could write it if you want to practice on your whiteboard as we do it together. So I have 7 equals 4 and 3. We have 7 fruits altogether, and I saw 4 mangoes and 3 bananas. Let's see. What would our number sentence look like, though, if we started with bananas first? How would it change? I'm going to give you a moment to think about that, and you can press pause now to think about it and write on your whiteboard what you think our new number sentence should be. Is this what your new number sentence looks like? I have 7 equals 3 plus 4 because we're starting this time with our 3 bananas. Last time we started with our 4 mangoes. We're going to keep thinking of this idea of making number sentences for a total number and thinking of different ways to make up a number and break up a number into parts as we start our problem set. So let's get started. Our problem set today is all about ways to make 6. We've been working on ways to make 7. You're going to work by yourself now on ways to make 6. So you're going to use the apple picture that's right here to help you write down all of the different ways to make 6. So I'm going to press pause right now so that you can maybe pause and copy down your solution to this problem. The second part of our problem is right here. So if you already finished the first part and you used up all the space on your whiteboard, you can erase, and now we're keeping on going because there are more ways to make 6, and you're going to create some new number sentences and some new number bonds. And I want to let you know you can't see this right here because my face is there, but it's just one more empty box where you can put in a number that goes with your number bond here, right? We have our number bonds and number sentences. So you can press pause and get started. And we've made it to our exit ticket, friends. You're going to complete your exit ticket on a whiteboard or a piece of white paper. Take a picture and upload to Firefly. This is going to show us that you watched this lesson and that you can make number sentences and number bonds. All right, so here is your exit ticket. It says, show different ways to make 6. In each set, shade some circles and leave the others blank. So on your whiteboard, you're going to color in some of those circles and write a number bond to match the picture you drew. And then you can shade it a different way and write a number sentence to match your new picture, okay? I'm going to give you some space to press pause so that you can copy down your exit ticket and then send a picture of your work to Firefly. We can't wait to see what you do. Bye.